Hi guys, it's me Tara from the Art and Hobby Shop. Today we're going to paint this lovely Franklin Mountain poppy field. Let's get started. Alright, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be painting the Franklin Mountains poppy fields. So the first thing that I need you to do is we are going to do it in thirds. The sky, the mountains, and then the bottom is going to be the poppy fields. So it's going to be blue, brown, green. Alright, once you got the sky, the base for the mountains, and the base for the poppies, let this dry. Alright, now that the paint's dry, we're going to go ahead and start making our mountings. Now remember, this part right here is the base of your mountains, and this up here, of course, is your sky. We don't want the mountains to go up too high. So we're going to do that right here. And you just fill it in. Use basic brown for right now. Okay, once you got the basic shape of your mountain done, please allow this to dry, and then we will start with the shading. Okay, now that the mountain is pretty much dry, here's where the real teaching begins. What we're going to end up doing with this mountain is decide where we want the shadows, where the creases of this mountain is going to be. So we got to decide where the light source is going to be coming from. I want the light source to be high noon, so the sun will basically be right here in this area. Now, I don't have the sun here. You can put a sun there if you'd like, but it will force the shadows to be on the back side of the crevices of the mountain. In order to get that effect, you're going to need to mix a brown with a black and using a flat number 6 brush if you have one. If not, the flattest brush that you can find. You can even use your sponge. And of course, the crevices are not going to be even. The darker your black is, the better effect it will have. You are going to do this everywhere you think that you're going to have a shadow. Okay, now that you've got a lot of your dark shadows already on, you want to take a little bit lighter version of your brown by mixing just a little bit of white with your brown. And on the opposite side where you had done the dark shadows, just going to kind of go in with the lighter part of it. Do this in every part you think the sun is going to be hitting. Okay, now that you have all the shading that you need, with a dry brush, we're going to start blending it in. If you feel like you need to darken the mountains up a little bit, this would be the time to do it. I feel like I've gotten it too light right here, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of brown and black into the mix to darken it up just a little bit. Alright guys, once you're done with your shading of the mountains, they look spectacular. Next thing to do is we're going to start focusing on that poppy field. And in order to do that, we need to mix a little bit of that green and a little bit of that yellow. And then we're going to go with an upward motion like this. This is going to get an effect of the stems of the poppies. Do this the entire green bottom portion. Alright, once you've got the base of the poppies already done, this is where it's going to take a lot of time. So we're going to start off by using just plain red, and you can use a cheap little watercolor brush. This is exactly what I'm using on this one right now. And we're going to do several little dots all over the place. Again, you're going to want to fill the entire field up. Alright, after you get all the pretty little red poppies in, now we need to go add in some bright yellows. Just like so. Do the exact same thing, but not as thick as we did the red. This is going to be more sparse throughout the bottom of the painting. Once you get done with adding all your poppies, you want it to dry just a little bit, and before it's dry completely, you want to take either like a dry sponge brush or maybe a paper towel or just an extremely dry brush and just barely graze the top of it. This is going to give it an effect of the wind blowing. And there you have it. Franklin Mountains poppies. Thanks for joining in, you guys.